All right, this is week 36 of the Daily Design Challenges. And week 36 is about microcopy. And we'll focus on sort of the small pieces of text that guide, reassure, and motivate users. Good UX writing turns confusion into clarity and frustration into momentum. And it's highly critical. And one of the funny things about microcopy, because it's so accessible, right? Words, we all have our understanding of words, and everyone in the room will have their understanding of words. They'll have both sort of connotative and denotative understanding of them. So what is literally written in the dictionary that they use, as well as what their implied meaning or their figurative meaning is over time, including sort of their personal growth into those words. I know that seems like a big winding story for a word, but the truth is that when we come to the table and really dissect words, we end up in these interesting discussions. And because they're so accessible to everyone, whether it's a product owner or a developer or a program manager or a designer or researcher, they can become very contentious points. It's a little different than maybe a brand new piece of technology where you really have to trust your tech team because it requires an intimate understanding of what's going on before you can explore it and adopt it. Words are something that we all use every day. So it's a really fun and interesting and vibrant, as well as difficult and challenging and sometimes contentious area to explore. So I'm glad we're talking about it here on week 36. Day one, I'll go through these fairly quickly, but day one is to rewrite an error message to be helpful and friendly. And you could find one that maybe is just not written as well as it could be, or you could find something that's highly technical and revamp it. Both are good exercises, and you may want to do both. But just aim for clarity first, and then work on tone and think in a human, empathetic, and actionable way. Day two, design a call to action button with clear and concise text. So that button that helps someone recognize what not only their next step is, but that they need to select that and sets their expectations about what's going to happen after they select that. Explore how different button labels change behavior. Write a number of different options for this, and that could be your output. You could also seek feedback from the community and then select one after that. Create placeholder text for a complex form field. So something that maybe helps describe or support the user in entering what could potentially be in that text field, but it could guide or teach the user what potentially they need to enter if maybe it would be otherwise confusing based on the field level or label or the placement in the form. Day four, add instructional text to guide users through a task. So write a short contextual guidance for an interface, onboarding hints, step-by-step help, or embedded explanation. So go through the experience and say, well, how could supportive text help the user navigate this particular experience? And day five, rewrite a navigation label for better clarity. So look at a navigation menu and go through all of the items and potentially rename it. One interesting one that stands out may be a bank that offers both banking services, investment services, and credit card services, especially from an account owner perspective. So if you're to log in and look through those, it'd be something interesting to check out because there's oftentimes overlap there. So relatively short intro video this week on week 36 for microcopy. This can be as simple or as complex as you like it to be, but definitely a great opportunity to come up with ideas and then potentially share them and get feedback and iterate on them. Feel free to reach out in the Discord if you have any questions or thoughts. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing your output.